Hello everyone, this is Crystal Potthoff, and today we're going to do a fun little egg that has symbols of happiness. So it's going to be a windmill pattern. This egg has already been divided into four. So I did a line that went all the way around like this, and then one that went like this. It's really light. And then one that went here, all the way around. And then in each one of these sections, these 8 sections, I drew lines that went from each one of the 4 points straight and almost, but did not quite touch the line opposite it. So I drew those in. And I did try to make sure that they all crossed at the same point. So now I am ready to start putting wax on as soon as my Kiska warms up. So I am using my Luba's Electric with the fine tip, and I have my blue wax from Ukrainian Accessories in there, and the blue wax that I have comes in sheets like this. So I am going to start by waxing the lines that go all the way around the egg. All right, it needs some encouragement. I'm using my little dental brooch to see if there's anything in there. Okay, well, nothing came out. Let's see if it draws a better line. It's a little better. Okay. All right. We'll go all the way around like this. And then all the way around like this. I periodically turn the funnel in here, and so I get a sharper point, because it does wear it down on the egg. So sometimes right after I turned it, it has a little bit of, I don't know, fussiness when I try to write, but you can see now it's working very well. All right. So we have the egg divided into 8 sections. And now I'll show you what I'm going to do in one of them, and then I will be repeating that in all of them. And then after I get that done, I will dye it in one color. So I'll just do one of these sections. So I'm going to draw a line like that. And then I'll draw one like this. And then I will draw one like that. Now I'm going to make my windmill. So I'm going to have this be a straight line, another straight line, and another straight line. So you can see there's a little bit of space here, which is what I wanted. So now I'm going to do this thing here, right here, and another line, oops, underneath it, right like that. And then I think I'll do that. So now let's do this one. I'm going to start with drawing my swirl, my curl for protection. The ram's horn is what that indicates. And we'll do our last one. Okay, so there you have it. It looks kind of like the windmill. The windmill is turning this way on it. So I will repeat that in all of these others on the top and the bottom. And I will dye it in the first color, which I will decide what color that will be by the time I finish waxing it. We'll come back and see what I picked. I'm back, and you can see where all the white is. That's where I have waxed it. And this color is the Pysanky USA mushroom. So that's what color I decided to use. And I very faintly drew on here what I wanted to do, and now I don't see it. Okay, well, let's just go with this and see what happens. Okay, I'm still using my Luba's Electric with the fine tip. You can use whatever, size you want. So I've decided I want to draw, and I want it to go through that, and I'm going to have it bend over so that you can see it swooshing in the wind. And I want to do like a piece of wheat. Okay, that was really small. In here, I'm going to put some random dots. And I always struggle with making my dots look random. These dots are seeds of faith that have to go into the ground and die to become the wheat. Because if we really want to grow in our relationship to Christ, we have to give up the harmful things. And that's not easy to do because it feels a little like a death if you're giving up things that maybe you enjoy but really aren't helpful to your relationship with God. So it's a bit like a spiritual death. But you can't grow, you can't become a beautiful piece of wheat or a beautiful flower unless you give up the things that are holding you back. So that's kind of my thought process for this Pysanky. So I will do that in all of these, and then I will be back. So, as you may be able to tell, I used this color for my next dye color. This is the carrot from Pysanky USA that I slopped all over the place when I dyed the egg. But that's what it looks like now. And I am going to switch to my medium, my medium tip Luba's electric. I'm going to put a little more wax in it. I don't really know what color it's going to be, because I don't know what colors wax were already in there, but I put some of the blue in there. So what I'm going to do now is where each one of, this is the open spot, I'm going to fill that in, and I hope I have enough contrast. I think I'll have enough contrast between that and the mushroom. And then I just want to put some more things like this out here. Just like that. I think that will be good. Now I toyed with the idea of whether or not I wanted to put anything in there, and I'm going with now, no. So after I do this on all of them, I think I will just put it in the final color, which I'm thinking is going to be brick. Yeah, I like that. I like how it goes kind of underneath the happiness. So I'll give an example of what I was kind of talking about. Like, sometimes I get very prideful, and I don't mean to be like that, but sometimes I don't take criticism well, especially when it's given to me. And I shouldn't say criticism. Sometimes I don't take comments well from people who are very close to me, who are, just giving me suggestions out of love. And sometimes I'm not very charitable in my response. So when I talk about giving something up, I need to give up the pride. I need to say, you know what, other people have ideas too, not just me. And so it's kind of a giving it up. It's a counting to 10, saying, okay, listen to what other people have to say. So that's what I mean by like dying and giving something up. I'm giving up my pride, which is a good thing to give up, and try to be more open-minded. And not just during Lent, but all the time. Lent kind of forces me to practice that and gives me a direction. And so here's my little bitty bits of pride that I'm putting in the ground so that they can turn into this beautiful piece of wheat, this golden piece of wheat that brings food and nourishment to people. The symbol of the body of Christ. And so that's kind of been my prayer as I've worked on this. I got a few more to do, and then I'm going to put it in brick. I wanted to do some earth tone type colors on this. So we'll be back and see what it looks like then. So here we have the egg, and it has been dyed in brick, which is a Ukrainian gift shop color. I think I'll have some contrast. And if I don't, it's okay, because I really want the windmill to show up the most. So I thought it might be fun to do a reveal using the heat gun. So I just unplugged it. And now I am going to do this, and I'm going to see if this turns off the volume. Otherwise, just turn your volume down so you don't hear the heat gun. see what it looks like. Oh, I love it. What a beautiful prayer. Give up the seeds of my pride, stick it in the ground, and let God take over and turn it into a beautiful piece of wheat. And it will cover me with the happiness and peace and joy. All right. Thanks for following along, and have a blessed day.